everyone. So I'm here to do a pregnancy update for weeks 33 and 34, which it just feels like it's getting so close to the end, which is crazy. So today I am 34 weeks and 3 days. I will be 35 weeks on Monday, which it feels like there's like this huge difference between like 32, 33 weeks and like 34, 35 weeks, because all of a sudden it feels like it's the end. Even though I know that it could very well not be the end for another 8 weeks. But in any event, it just feels pretty far along. So at this point, the baby is the size of a cantaloupe, which is about 17 3/4 inches and about 4 3/4 pounds. So that's pretty cool. Definitely getting up close to what a birth weight and length could be. My son, my first, he was born on his due date, and he was 7 pounds 12 ounces, and he was 21 inches long. So like we're not there yet, but it's definitely feels like it's getting a lot closer to being the actual size that they'll be when they're born. So that's pretty crazy. As far as how things have been going and symptoms and all of that kind of stuff, I'm definitely having more heartburn now, and it unfortunately seems to be somewhat food related. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I can't pinpoint that I ate anything that would really cause it, but it seems like one of my cravings lately has been like orange juice and clementines and orangey stuff, and that definitely seems to bring on the heartburn. So that's unfortunate. I have had to kind of like put a damper on wanting to like drink orange juice all the time. And I'm also struggling a bit more with sleep and insomnia. There are some nights where I like wake up in the middle of the night and just can't get back to sleep for like an hour. Every time I want to roll over, it's becoming like a huge thing to like roll from one side to the other and then try to get comfortable. And there are some nights when I just can't get comfortable and can't seem to find a comfortable position to sleep in. So that's getting a little bit annoying. And I'm definitely tired and then more tired because of that. So that's all just part of the joys of the end of pregnancy and getting to be bigger and all of that. I'm also starting to feel, especially like in the morning when I first get up, feel like my face is a little bit like puffy and swollen. It still feels like it now. And I'm not sure, like the rest of me is not really retaining fluids, so or at least not that I've noticed. So I think it's just one of those things. And I remember this happening further along in my first pregnancy, but it definitely, like towards the end, the last couple of weeks, I was definitely feeling like my face definitely looked more puffy and swollen, and I felt like the congestion kind of feeling that you get when you have that kind of fluid retention, especially in your face. So that seems like it's starting a little bit now. And my ankle is doing better, but still definitely hurting, and I think it's going to be quite a while before it's fully healed. It's been now 4 weeks tomorrow from when I hurt it originally. So it's definitely taking its time to heal, but it's probably, I don't know, about 80% better. I can walk around on it with or without a brace. But it definitely, there's still some pain and tenderness, and it's definitely still very stiff, and going up and down stairs is still kind of not nearly as easy as it was before. And but it's definitely getting there, and I'm doing additional acupuncture appointments to specifically focus on trying to heal that. So I had an appointment yesterday, and I'm doing these. The acupuncturist that I go to, the office, they do both private and community acupuncture sessions. So I have all along just been doing private sessions because that's generally what they do for fertility treatment and stuff like that. But yesterday, like to kind of focus on my ankle and to make it a little bit easier to get in there more often, I did a community session, which was actually really cool. They have like kind of a room that's divided with a wall. So like it seems like it was initially set up as like a couple of separate rooms, but they don't have doors. It's a little hard to explain, but so I think there's like 3 recliner chairs on each side, and there was only one other person there for just like the first half of while I was there, and very nice and calm and quiet, and the recliner was super comfortable, and I was able to really rest and like kind of went in and out of sleep a little bit, and so that was really good. So I'm going for those appointments once a week to hopefully help the ankle heal a little bit better, a little bit faster, and then I'm also going for my private sessions, which is about every 3 weeks. And I will also, towards the end of pregnancy, I think my acupuncturist said around 37 weeks, which I think will actually be right around when I have my next appointment, when I'm not the community, the other one. Now I can't think of the word of it. Private. When I have my next private session, I'll be close to 37 weeks. So around then, they like to have people come in more frequently to make sure that like your body is kind of like getting geared up and ready for labor and all of that kind of stuff. And so I will probably do, again, community sessions to get in there more frequently at that point. Definitely out of breath and feel like I can feel feet, and like I definitely feel like the baby's head down, and I definitely feel like I feel feet moving around at the top, and it's definitely starting to be up in my ribs. So I feel like over the last couple of weeks there has been a huge amount of growth. And just looking at my belly shots from 33 weeks and then this week at 34 weeks, it seems like hugely different. And I don't know how much of that is just that the baby was in a different position when I took the picture, or who knows. But I look so much bigger this week than I did last week. So that's kind of crazy. But I'm definitely feeling that shortness of breath from having the baby like up in my ribs. Okay, so, and then as far as food stuff goes, I am having little cravings, but like nothing big. I mentioned the oranges and orange juice and stuff. I'm also eating a lot of Greek yogurt, which is good. Like that's a good source of protein, and I'm happy that that's something that I'm liking right now. So a lot of times I'll have like a bowl of Greek yogurt with some granola and some fruit chopped up in it. And that's been like a really good breakfast or a snack. And, I'm also definitely at this point preferring tea over coffee. I'm usually a coffee drinker, and at the beginning of pregnancy, I have an aversion to coffee. It just smells and tastes gross to me. But then I get back to drinking it. But now I'm finding that I'm much preferring to drink tea over coffee, which is a nice change. I enjoy tea. And then as far as things coming up, let's see, today's Thursday, so Saturday, the day after tomorrow, I have my baby sprinkle that we're actually hosting here at my house. So I'm in the midst of trying to clean and organize and like get everything ready. My mom and my sister are kind of like helping to throw the sprinkle, and so my mom and my dad are coming up tomorrow to help get things prepared, and then my sister's coming up on Saturday morning. Hopefully, like the sprinkle is in the morning, so hopefully she gets here early enough to help do the finishing touches and everything. So that's exciting. There's not that many people coming. It's pretty small, and that's fine. Unfortunately, some good friends aren't able to make it, and so it's going to be smaller than we had planned, but that's okay. And then on Monday, I have my next prenatal appointment with my midwife, so that will be good too. And that is pretty much what's going on. There's not really anything else. definitely feeling like we're getting close to the end, but at the same time, it still feels like there's so much left to go and so much more to go through, and like so much more growing to do and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm starting, I've been feeling kind of impatient this whole pregnancy, but I'm definitely, that's increasing at this point. So I'll just be happy to finally meet this little baby and begin the next part of this journey. So yeah, but definitely want the baby to cook until he or she is done. So not in a rush, but definitely looking forward to getting to the end. So that is it for weeks 33 and 34. I will, at this point, I'm going to try to get onto a weekly schedule and maybe make shorter videos, especially since I imagine that I will probably be having prenatal appointments a little bit more frequently now till the end. So, so I will plan to be back next week for another update. Thanks so much for watching.